What's up, YouTube? So I got some requests for my last battle, actually, I think, to speed up the video a little more. This is sped up to X2, as opposed to the last one was sped up by 150%. So let me know which one you like better. So this one will go a little faster. This is a battle with Snakeeator, another player I got from Facebook. I had 3 battles last week, so that's one of those 3, and as I promised, I'm going to be posting them. So I go with a Fire Blast right away on his lead Ferrothorn, and to see what he'd do, and he actually protects, so he was trying to see what I do, and he's just going to switch out, and I kind of figured he'd switch, so I just go for the Stealth Rocks to set them up. It would be a free setup for me. He goes into Volcarona, which is a big problem. I know he's probably going to go for, like, the Quiver Dance or something, so I go for the Taunt, and I was able to stop his Quiver Dance, and now I'm just going to U-turn away into Neptuna, Vaporeon, because I figured he'd either go for the Bug Buzz, which I should be able to take 2 of, or the Fiery Dance, which obviously I'd be able to take 2 of, because, yeah. So he goes for the Bug Buzz, and that's really bad because he gets the Special Defense drop, and I'm not really sure I can take another one after the Special Defense drop, seeing as much that the first one did, so I kind of have to go into sorry, not my Ferrothorn. This is, what is this called? Fortress, yes, my Fortress is Doom, my Bomb Bug, and his Taunt wore off, so I was kind of hoping he would go for the, the Quiver Dance, trying to set it up, and I could get off an Explosion just to get rid of this thing, but unfortunately he does make a pretty good play, just goes for the Fiery Dance to kill me, so that was a pretty darn good play for him. He predicted me there, which sucks, and I lose my awesome little Bomb Bug. So now he's going to go for the Quiver Dance as I go into my Vaporeon, and I'm just going to go for the Scald. It's super effective, and unfortunately for me, though, Quiver Dance does raise his special defense, so it's not going to do quite as much as I would like. And it does appear to be a 2 KO at this point. However, he might go for the Quiver Dance again, and then it wouldn't. So I actually have Roar on this Vaporeon, and I'm just going to phase him out. I'm pretty sure I can take a Bug Buzz at this point. Instead, he's just going to go for a Roost, and that's going to heal him back to above 50%, which is kind of bad, because now he can get another switch in. It would do 50% the Stealth Rocks on switch, so I was kind of hoping that once I roar him, he'd be gone forever. But he can switch in again one more time because he did use that Roost, so that was a pretty good play. Anyway, he's going to go for an Outrage on this Dragonite he sends in, and it's going to do decent damage. I'm just going to go for a Roar to keep phasing because both Dragonite, and that Fiery Bug is going to take some damage from Stealth Rock, so I'm just kind of abusing Roar at this point. He ends up getting roared out into his Ferrothorn again, which is not good, because now he can set up, now that I don't have the threat of the Fire Blast, and he is going to take the turn to go for a Stealth Rock. Now I'm just going to go for a Fire Blast here. I figure even if he goes out into this guy, the Volcarona, I'm going to be able to get the KO with Fire Blast, because he does not resist it being part Bug, and I should be able to get off the KO after the 50% Stealth Rock damage, and I am able to take it out, which is awesome. So here comes Rotom-w, which I don't know why. I probably could have went into this thing instead of going into his his Volcarona, but he doesn't. I end up going for a U-turn. I do a lot of damage because I get a crit, which is kind of sucky for him. I go into Vaporeon to see what he'd do. He ends up just going for the T-Wave on the switch, which it's a pretty good move. It ends up T-Waving my Vaporeon, which is not like a super big deal, but it ends up being a big deal, because I go for the Protect just to get some, free lefties recovery, but I end up getting frozen my Paralysis, and he goes for the Volt Switch, which is going to take down Vaporeon, which is just not cool. So the Volt Switch lets him switch out. He goes into Dragonite, and I get to see what he switches into first, because he did get a KO with Volt Switch. So I'm just going to go out into Flygon. My Flygon is Scarfed, and I'm just going to go for an Outrage. He ends up switching out here into Rotom, which I'm able to KO. I guess he was scouting my move or something. But he ends up going right back into Dragonite, so I don't think he realizes this thing is Scarfed, which kind of leads me to believe Dragonite might also be Scarfed, his Dragonite. He was probably thinking I'm not Scarfed, like maybe he thinks I'm Banded, or I'm just not choiced at all. I think that Dragonite might be Scarfed because he thinks that he could outspeed, and Dragon has a lower base speed than Flygon, so he must be Scarfed, but I outscarfed him. Anyway, so now he knows I'm Scarfed, and I just go for another Outrage because I'm locked into it. I get hit by the Iron Barbs and become confused. He's going to go for the Toxic, which is a pretty mad move, honestly, because, yeah, I am a Scarfer, so I'm not really going to stay in very long anyway. And I'm going to switch out now because, obviously, Outrage is not going to be doing much with Ferrothorn. I'm probably just going to end up hurting myself more than I hurt him due to the Iron Barbs. So I go out into my Lucario because it's a fighting type, and fighting types take care of Ferrothorn pretty nicely. But he gets a crit on that Power Whip, which ends up doing a lot more than I expect, even for a crit, so I don't know, maybe he has some attack investment on that Ferrothorn, not really sure. He ends up going for the Protect to scout my move, and I'm going Close Combat. I should have went Swords Dance, but that would have been an amazing prediction, but I didn't. I'm just going to be safe and go for a Close Combat this turn, even if he might switch. He ends up not switching, so that's good, and I'm going to lose some defense and special defense and get hurt by Iron Barbs. But at least I take care of that Ferrothorn, which is really good, because I didn't really have anything left on my team that could really handle Ferrothorn too well. He ends up going into Espeon, and I'm just kind of hoping I can kill it with Extreme Speed, but I kind of doubt it, but I'm still going to go for it. And I do not kill. He survives with a bit and goes for a Psyshock to finish off Skywalker, which I was down to 2 HP anyway. It's not like it's a big deal. So now I go into Doombug. I do have Protect, and that'll keep me alive for 1 turn. I do take a lot of damage to Stealth Rocks, but the Protect will ensure that I get at least 1 speed boost, which means I should be able to outspeed Espeon, and then go for a stabbed and super effective Bug Buzz, which, well, it's kind of overkill at this point. Espeon probably wouldn't survive that at full health. So it's kind of just obliterated, you know, bloodstains on the floor and ceiling and everywhere. Anyway, so here comes Electivire. I am faster than Electivire at this point, and I can't really afford to switch out, so I decided just to go for the Bug Buzz to get damage on it, and I can kill it with something else. But I end up killing it, so I don't know if this is like a minus special defense nature, Electivire, or whatever, but I end up killing with Bug Buzz, which I'm kind of shocked at, actually. But this is a, you know, a modest, was it, a modest Yanmega. I think it has the item. What's the item? No, it has Life Orb, so it's still a pretty powerful hit. Anyway, so that was a fun match, Snakeeator. I still have 1 more battle to post from my last excursion. It's actually against Reese Benlier, a long-time rival, so you're going to want to stay tuned for that. Anyway, some guys asked me to talk about Pokemon X and Y, which is the new Pokemon games that are going to be coming out later this year. I kind of like what I see, but I'm not quite sure. I mean, it obviously is a big change for the Pokemon franchise, so I don't know. I'm going to buy it, probably, but first I have to buy a 3DS, because I don't actually have one yet, and I've been kind of not wanting to buy one, but I probably end up will, because it's a Pokemon game. I have to play it. So let me know. Are you guys optimistic or pessimistic about the new games? And might want to leave a comment as to why you feel that way as well. So yeah, just let me know in the comments below. Maybe give me some information, because I don't really have much information at X and Y at the moment. I haven't really been keeping up with it. I know it's supposed to have a 3D battle system, and I know that I've seen the 3 starters. I like the Fire starter best. I think the other 2 look retarded, but the Fire starter looks at least promising. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I know so far. Oh, and the new Eevee evolution. I don't really know what type it is. I've heard some people speculate that it's actually a normal Eevee evolution, which kind of defeats the purpose of an Eevee evolution. I'm kind of hoping it's either flying or the only special type remaining, which is dragon. It doesn't really look like a dragon, though, so I don't know. So, yeah, just leave a comment about what you feel about X and Y, and, yeah. See you later. Bye.